my lovelies and welcome to the Paragraph Girl. As for the products that I have on me right now, I have done my AM skincare routine, which I have attached in the description. And after that, I've put on a little bit of Z-Block mineral sunscreen. And I have put a little bit of cheek and lip tint from the Insight. Guys, I use that little Insight thing. Insight is so underrated. I cannot believe there are people who don't want to use Insight because it's not fancy enough. I think that is so sad. Insight has some amazing products for that price point, like unbelievable. So I have some Insight lip and cheek tint on, and I have some e.l.f. lip lacquer on my lips. So yeah, a few years ago, Snailmucin was okay. It was everywhere. Every single influencer was talking about Snailmucin. Snailmucin was actually being recommended by a lot of friends as well. So that is when I picked up the Cosrx Snailmucin, because Cosrx meant Snailmucin, right? Like Cosrx was known for its Snailmucin. They launched a Snailmucin essence. They went in with a range of creams for Snailmucin. First, I was a little grossed out with the idea of putting snail secretion on my skin, but then the influencers and the people kept saying that their skin was plump and hydrated and it was amazing, and I just had to try it. So I kind of fought off the feeling of being grossed out. And then I was a little concerned about the ethical standpoint of it. If you guys know me by now, I am very big on the whole cruelty-free thing. I don't like using products that still test on animals. I don't use Maybelline, I don't use MAC, I don't use Neutrogena, Clinique, all of these brands. It's 2024, guys. We don't need to test on animals. Animals are literally dying in labs in the name of beauty. That is not my thing. But then I learned that snails have to be treated humanely. Apparently, if you don't, then snails release a toxin in their secretion, which is really bad for your skin. So obviously skincare companies don't want that, and hence they do tend to treat their snails well. At least reputed brands tend to do that. So I decided, okay, let me go ahead and get this. If you know me, I'm somebody who loves to try out every single product that releases. I am super excited when a new product launches. I'm literally the first one to go and grab that product. So I went and bought the Cosrx Snailmucin. So it was sticky and it was slimy. Honestly, I did not like the tightness that it had on my face when I put it on. I know a lot of people said it was moisturizing, it was very hydrating, but for me, it felt like there was this tight film on my face. I did not honestly enjoy that feeling. However, I continued using it for a week and a half, and I'm going to tell you what happened. So the first thing that I started noticing was my skin started developing texture. Okay, I started like having little comedones, like little tiny clusters of comedones. Not one, not two, like dozens of comedones. I just can't say it. Comedones or comedones. So open comedones are blackheads. I didn't get blackheads. I got closed comedones, which are the same thing as whiteheads. So they were like clusters of comedones coming up, especially on the lower side of my face, under my lips, and I could feel little bumps over here on the tops of my forehead, like over here, and I was freaking out. So then I thought maybe I'm purging. Turns out Snailmucin doesn't contribute to cell renewal the same way. So Snailmucin ideally does not cause skin purging. So what I was seeing was not purging. Now, you know comedones, you know acne. You do not know cystic acne until you've had one. I started getting a couple over here, okay? And they were so big and they were so painful and honestly just gross. They were growing on the sides of my face. And I knew then that I really had to stop. I stopped using my Snailmucin. I gave off my Cosrx Snailmucin to a friend of mine. That was a huge waste of money, but I'm glad that it worked for her. A lot of people are getting amazing results using Snailmucin, okay? And a lot of people are not. So Snailmucin is naturally rich with things that are really good for your skin. But at the same time, some people do not tolerate this well. So I was trying to figure out what the problem was. And a lot of people said that if you are allergic to dust mites or shellfish, then you are very likely allergic to Snailmucin as well. And I don't eat shellfish, but I have major dust mite allergy. Not dust allergy. A lot of people think that's the same thing. Dust mites are different. I'm actually going to make a video on this because this is so important. But I am severely allergic to dust mites. If I'm exposed to a lot of dust mites, I literally get near asthmatic attacks. Also, if you have severe cockroach allergy, you could be allergic to Snailmucin as well. So I was trying to figure out what the problem was. A lot of people said that it is a protein called tropomyosin, which is commonly present in all of these critters. But then I've been reading that tropomyosin is present in humans as well. It's not a protein that is foreign to us. So then I decided I'm not going to go deeper into this. I don't know what the actual problem is, but there is some sort of link to people who are allergic to cockroaches, dust mites and shellfish. They could be allergic to snail mucin as well. That was true in my case. I have obviously not added it anywhere in my AM or PM skincare routine, but there are people who swear by snail mucin. So a year went by and I thought, you know what, I want to try it again because it was still all the rage on the internet. A lot of friends were saying that it was working for them. So I went and I bought the Dermaco snail peptide mucin again, and I decided to give it a shot. At this point, I was already on tretinoin. It is basically a strong form of retinoid. It basically helps to renew cells really fast. So any sort of comedone I was having, any sort of acne I was having, I was shedding all of that out really, really fast. So I thought that the combination of tret with snail mucin could maybe work for me this time. So I went and brought snail mucin back into my routine, and it happened again. Snail mucin completely destroyed my skin even though I was on tretinoin. The comedones were coming at such a fast rate that the tret itself was not able to push them out fast enough. I was having texture all over my skin, and then I realized snail mucin is not for me. So then I started reading up on it, and apparently snail mucin does not work for so many people. Don't get me wrong, snail mucin hydrates. It has glycolic acid which gently exfoliates your skin. It has peptides. It repairs wounds. It is amazing for repairing a damaged skin barrier. Snail mucin does amazing things for so many people. For me, it just did not work. Again, there are also some people for whom the snail mucin essence did not work, but the cream worked really well. So it's really confusing. Unfortunately, snail mucin is one of those ingredients you will have to try to find out. It is either a hit or a miss, and you will have to try snail mucin to find out if it works for you. If you have a friend who's using snail mucin in their routine, I strongly suggest that you go pump in a week's worth and try it on before you actually purchase this product. I have to give away my snail mucins to my friends. I now will be giving away the Dermaco snail peptide as well. I will do a shorts video on this to show you guys how it works on the skin and to discuss its ingredients. Please let me and other people know in the comments below if you are allergic to dust mites, cockroaches, shellfish or anything like that. Did this product work for you? Did it not work for you? How do you feel in terms of repairing your skin barrier? So let others know. For me, this product just did not do it. So if you found this video helpful, please hit that like, share and subscribe button. You can also follow me on Instagram at @IamPoojaKiran. I will be coming up with tons more of beauty and skincare content soon. So until we meet next time, lots of love. Stay healthy, stay hydrated.